As you know, last night a late-night show disappeared from the air, and at the same time, the president suggested that some broadcast stations could lose their licenses. And the State Department announced that it's revoking visas for foreigners who celebrated a recent controversial political figure's demise. And this isn't some theoretical debate about cancel culture. This is the government reaching for tools of power, and the First Amendment is being tested in real time. Let's start with the broadcasters. After a series of politically charged jokes, Jimmy Kimmel Live was suddenly suspended. Several affiliate stations, especially ones owned by large groups, pulled the show from their lineups. But what matters most is this. President Trump and FCC Chair Brendan Carr had just suggested that ABC affiliates could face license trouble. Carr even posted about it publicly. Here's the constitutional issue. The First Amendment doesn't just ban direct censorship, it also forbids what courts call coercive jawboning. That's when a government official leans on private companies to silence speech the state can't directly ban. The Supreme Court reaffirmed this in 2024 in NRA v. Vullo. The court said regulators may persuade, but they cannot threaten retribution or use state power to punish disfavored viewpoints. If a license or regulatory hammer is waved to make a show disappear, that chills everyone else who might speak next. Now let's turn to the visa crackdown. The State Department announced it would revoke visas from foreign nationals who celebrated the incident that happened last week. Sorry, I'm under the threat of a TikTok ban here, and I don't know what words I can and cannot use, but you know what I'm talking about. The Pentagon echoed this tone, saying it would address any federal employees who posted mockery or celebration. Non-citizens outside the U.S. don't have full First Amendment protections. But here's the danger. When the government punishes viewpoints, not incitement, not threats, just political expression, it sends a message that even watching from abroad, you'd better say the right thing. And if you're an American, it tells you which opinions to keep to yourself. These stories, one about licenses and airwaves, and one about borders and speech, share a common thread. Government power being used not to protect speech, but to shape it. That's exactly what the founders warned against. James Madison, in his report condemning the Sedition Act, wrote that the power over the press is positively forbidden by one of the amendments. Thomas Jefferson said that even error of opinion must be tolerated, where reason is left free to combat it. They didn't carve out exceptions for foreign posts or late-night satire. So what should we watch for next? Anytime a regulator links speech to licenses, permits, or mergers, pay attention. When officials pressure platforms or broadcasters to take down specific content, listen closely. The First Amendment doesn't just protect the speech we like. It protects the speech that power dislikes. Because once government decides what counts as acceptable opinion, we no longer have a free press. We have a permitted one. And that permission can be revoked. So here's the question. Is dissent even safe anymore? And what will you say while you still can?